in the light of his word. What a glory he will shed on our way. While we do his good will, he will abide with us still. Amen? And with all who will trust and obey him. Hymn number 41. I want you to open to it. Hymn number 41. We are reading it. I want you to read it like a Bible. We are reading it. And I want you to put the words in your heart. When we walk with the Lord, it says talk there, but when we walk with the Lord, it's a typographical error. When we walk with the Lord in the light of his word, what a glory he shed on our way. While we do his good will, he abides with us still, and with all who will trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. Not a shadow can rise, and not a cloud in the sky, but this smile quickly drives, his own smile, God's smile, quickly drives it away. Not a doubt, nor a fear, not a sign, not a tear can abide while we trust and obey. Not a burden will bear, not a sorrow we share, but a toil he doth richly repay. Not a grief, nor a loss, not a frown, nor a cross, but is less if we trust and obey. Then in fellowship sweet, we will sit at his feet, and we'll walk by his side in the way. What he says we will do. Where he sends we will go. Never fear, only trust and obey. Amen? Amen. The word is keep walking. Keep walking with God. Keep believing in him. Trust God totally and completely. Abraham went through many tests of faith. Amen? Amen. But he was able to stand firm because he kept walking with the Lord. He never doubts God. He trusted God wholeheartedly. And he was able to overcome all his tests of faith. And he achieved his goals. Amen? Amen. We will just go through 3 of the highest tests Abraham went through. His first test of faith was when God asked him to leave his people and his country, Haran. Abraham had no clue where God was sending him. But he kept walking with God. Because he has unfailing belief in God. And he knows that God is able to do perfect things in his life. And God took him to Canaan, to his destination. Genesis 12. Genesis 12. 1 to 4. Let us read. Now the Lord has said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curses thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abraham departed as the Lord had spoken unto him. And Lot went with him. And Abraham was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. Amen? Amen. His second test of faith came when Sodom and Gomorrah were attacked by the suburb kings. Amen? And they captured everybody in Sodom and Gomorrah. And don't forget, that is where Lot, his brother's son, resided. Abraham was not a warrior. And yet, he had to battle with his enemies to save his family. Amen? Because God fought for him. Abraham selected a few men that were around him, and they went after the kings. Amen? That fought against Sodom and took all their virtues and took his nephew away with them. And he fought them, and he conquered them, and he got his nephew back, and he got all their goods back. Genesis 14. Are you there? We are reading from 10 to 16. And the vale of Siddim was full of slim pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled and fell there. And they that remained fled to the mountain. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their virtues, and went their way. And they took Lot, Abraham's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And there came one that escaped, and told Abram, the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, the brother of Eshcol, and brother of Anan, and these were confederate with Abram. And when Abraham heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his strange servants, born in his own house 318, and pursued them unto Dan. And he divided himself against them, and he and his servants by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot, and his goods, and the women also, and the people. Amen? That is another test of faith for him. He wasn't a warrior, but then God fought for him. Amen? When you walk with the Lord fights for you all the time, and you overcome any test of faith before you. His third test, Abraham believed for his son. But he was 100 years old, and his wife was well past childbearing age when Isaac was born. Amen? Genesis 17. We're reading 15 to 17 and 19. Amen? Let us read. And God said unto Abram, as for Sarai, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name. And I will bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face, and laughed, and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old, and shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? 19. And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. Amen? So are you yourself personally going through some test of faith? In other words, are you faced with some tests of faith and obstacles for what you are working towards? Are you going through some trials in life that you think there's no solution to it, and you feel you are serving and striving with God? Are you begging for something that has not come to pass? Are you asking God something right now that you feel he's delaying to give thee? Keep walking. Keep walking with God. Keep praying. Keep fasting. Hold on fast to God, whether your enemies like it or not. As long as you keep walking with God, God will give you your desires. Amen? Amen? As long as you hold on to God, the good promises of God will come to pass in our lives. As long as you keep praying, and fasting, not doubting in any form or shape, believing in the God that you serve. Look around yourself.